All right, I've changed my shirt. I've taken a nap, and I'm ready for more precostinations of pugilistic magic. Okay, on a day of rest, there will be no rest for the boxing community, as Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz will fight it out to see which chunky man will win the title. I think that Luis, what is going to happen? I predict, I prophesize that Luis Ortiz will knock out Andy Ruiz in 8 brutal rounds. Now, Andy Ruiz is one of my fellow pudgy countrymen, but the man is not going to be in condition. He was knocked down by O'Reilly. He's not as durable as Ortiz is. He doesn't hit as hard as Ortiz is. He may be a little more mobile, but he's not as good a boxer as Ortiz, and he's going to go right at Ortiz. He's going to try to slug it out, and it's going to be a war of attrition, and it's going to be a few floors. He's going to hit floored a few times. He'll outwork Ortiz at times, but overall, he'll wear himself out in a slugfest, and one of the best action fights you're going to ever see. Yes, Ortiz will get knocked out. Ruiz will get knocked out in 8 brutal rounds. Now, another brutal fight will be Pitbull Ruiz, a little tiny little man who's like a little tiny little Mike Tyson. Well, he's going to fight a man called Eduardo Ramirez, who is a boxer puncher, is aggressive and everything else like that. But he's not going to beat the Pet Bull. The Pet Bull is going to come at him. He's going to come at him for round after round after round. And in the 11th or 12th, he's going to knock out a worn out Ramirez in an exciting fight. Ramirez has 10 knockouts in his record. He just doesn't hit hard enough to beat Ortiz. Ortiz is fought Tank Davis. Tank Davis, do you know how hard Tank Bazooka Davis hits? His name is Bazooka. Anyway, that's what's going to happen here. Then they're going to have all-time fighter, all veteran coming back after 3 years. Abner Moraes will outpoint Mikael Flores. Mikael is a good fighter, but Abner was a champ, and he is a very solid fighter. I predict this fight will go to the distance. Abner Moraes will outpoint his man, and it'll be a really interesting fight. Abner will be a little slow, a little ring rusty, but he is a solid champ from the past, blast from the past. Although I don't think he'll knock out Mikael Flores, who's a solid fighter with a 24-2 and a record in 15 KOs, but he's not quite in the league of even a shot-worn or aged Morris. Okay, Jose Venezuela will KO Jezreel Calaro. Yes, he will knock him out in approximately, I'd say 9 rounds. It's going to be a good fight. But Jose is a little bit more, he's a little bit younger. He's very sharp. Now, this fight can go any way. Jezreel is a very good fighter too, from Panama. Panama, the home of many a good boxer. But I think he is not quite as what he was. And I think Jose will be okay. Okay. Joey Spencer against Kevin Santiago. Now, Joey is 15-0 with 10 KOs against Kevin, who's 14-1, one draw with 9 KOs. This is an interesting fight, my friends. Spencer has never fought anybody who kicks quite as hard as Kevin. And Kevin's a Mexican fighter, aggressive, but Joey is such a talent. He's a multi-talent. If he's going to counterpunch and box Kevin, who's a good fighter. I saw him; he's a good fighter. He's an aggressive fighter, but I don't think he's quite has the native talents as Joey. Joey, yes, indeed, will knock him out in 5 rounds. Okay. Release Elim against Mike Magic Plano. Now, this is an interesting fight. I saw the two of them on YouTube, and the Filipino Magic Man is going to go not make Ruiz Elim disappear. He will be one that will disappear after 6 rounds. I do believe Ruiz is the real deal. He's very aggressive, very strong. He's a boxer puncher. Magic Plena is a good fighter, good puncher, but a little more cruder. Yes, he's no Manny Pacquiao, although he comes from the courageous mindset of a Manny Pacquiao. He is no Manny Pacquiao. Now, this has been my experiment. I have my list here so I can look at it. Let's see my glances. You can comment on whether I did a good job this time. I'm putting all these things together, and making them not too long. So you have, I know you young people, you don't have good attention spans anymore. Not like me, where I used to read all kinds of Stephen King books. Anyway, goodbye. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go end the meeting. I try to look up my in the meeting. And the meeting's